And we're live for an early bird special. It's not that early, actually. I just usually don't get on until about 9 after I've taken my kids to school. But we're not doing that today. God switched my day up on me. But it was really funny because as I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn. He's like, no, this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. And that makes sense because I need my kids to be home to take them to the optometrist to order new glasses. So he's planned this out. God and his great plans. What's up, everybody? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker. It's a little early for this. Earth angels, mystic, medium, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith. Reincarnated, I rule over the mind and the emotions. I am the goddess of the moon, so that makes me your spiritual psychoanalyst. In order to keep up with me, you better see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and my shorts. What's going on? Well, did you see me rip my skin off yesterday, going crazy on Wolfman? He drove me crazy yesterday. It's a familiar feeling. I swear I have that same feeling for Russ. Really? Yeah, I swear. It's I say his name. Just say his name and watch me get my skin crawl. Oh, we're working on not being bothered. Damn, I had a plan, but right there, they're like, no, the 10-day energy is shifting. Well, okay, I guess. Should we start with that, or should we start with tarot? I don't know. Something happened. My kids got sick. My daughter got sick overnight. Really? Yeah, she came to me. I'm like dead asleep. She's like, I don't feel good. I'm throwing up. I'm like, well, lay down. I'm not going anywhere. Like, what do you want me to do? I don't know what to do for you. Seriously? Yeah. And then I look up and my son's over there fucking totally wide awake too. I'm like, oh, great. Great. So, yeah. She woke up this morning and still dry heaving. She can't put anything down. She's like, I think it's the tea. I was like, no, it's whatever you put in your mouth. That's the only thing you put and it just keeps coming out. I don't think it's the tea. I drank some this morning. It was fine. So that she has a stomach bug, which I'm not surprised because I told you, or I told myself, that my stomach was out of control, I think, on Thursday or Friday. My solar plexus. I know what they are. People don't. I know it's an energetic field, but it has physical, reactions to whatever's going on. I don't know, so God said no. And then when I went outside, there was a shitty-ass energy. I had one right away. Then I got off. Oh, we pulled the bless card yesterday, and I was talking about all of God's blessings. This morning, I was coming in from walking the dog, and somebody had left on donations. I got some brand new Fashion Nova jeans. Seriously? While you're over there trying to get your boyfriend to buy some, God just sits there and gives them to me. I'm like, here, I got something for you. Thanks, God. Thanks, God. Perfect timing, too, because, I mean, in essence, as far as that goes, it's first come, first serve, and I really pissed that lady off. I always do. She was sitting there holding up these pants. She's like, oh, they're so cute. I was like, they are. Can I have them? She looked at me. The same lady that we got into it, she's always helping herself to the donations. The same lady. It's always the same lady. I can't wait till November 6th when I sit down with freaking the new management and talk about all these things. Ooh, she's telling. You know I am. All right. So let's see here. We're going to check the 10-day energy and see what's coming on. I did believe it said the 22nd, but I'm not sure. We're going to check. I feel it now. Now's the time. I was going to put out different cards, and they said, no, do this. Otherwise, that's it. I don't know. It's Monday. We'll be in our mind and our emotions. So this is that day. Not supposed to be doing too much outside activity. Yet most of you are on a Monday schedule, so I can't help you there. Where are we going? Going into care and nurturing. Makes sense because we shifted from a Queen of Swords to Queen of Cups with Andromeda. Really? Makes sense to me. Let's see here. Let me just double check a couple things. Starting with the date. Yeah, it was October 22nd, which is basically today. Really? Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to explain how time doesn't exist. The energy comes. It comes when it comes. It's not on a specific day. The reason being is because we've played with our fucking time schedules. All that fucking time lapse and fucking daylight savings and all that bullshit. Yeah. All right, so this is the upper wing, the crane group. Mineral is gold. Care and nurturing. This card represents complete freedom from suffering and the appearance of love. It may be in the form of unconditional love, such as an offer by a partner or child, or it may be the love of a romantic partner, either present or arriving soon in the future. Holy moly, how many cards are we going to bring that says that my holy union is here? Every card until he comes. It's the energy, it's there. Who is it? I don't know who he is, but he's there. He's really, if he keeps doing this, he's making movements, either in his mind or in real life. He's already made up his mind. Whoever he is, he's already made up his mind. There's no way he couldn't with Gabriel blowing the horn on him. You can't. You know, I went back to Wolfman's fucking bullshit this morning. He said, somebody had asked him what the entities look like. He said that Archangel Michael came to him in a red flame. That's not true. He's in the blue ray. He was in a red light district. He said that Lucifer showed up bearing light. Couldn't tell you the color. He's such a liar, bro. Lucifer bears no light. That's the whole problem. He was the light bearer. That was what he was given. That was what his charge was. But he denied his position. He bears no light. He is the Dark Lord. I cannot argue with you enough. And all it is to teach, I guess in essence, is to teach people the real truth before they start believing your lies. None of that is true. None of it? No. You're a liar. How can you sit in front of the camera and just make up stories? I need to find compassion for liars. We're triggered with liars, bro. I'm always triggered with liars. They are my weakness. I said it 2 days ago. So there we are. We're faced with liars. Liar, 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 liar. Am I going to flip out every time I catch somebody in a lie? I typically do. Oh, so annoying. All of us can sit in an auditorium, right? I'll show you this when the time comes. We close up the auditorium. I'll set the energy. I'll start the ceremony. All of us will close our eyes, and all of us will see the same thing. Really? If we're focusing on the same entity, yes. We don't need his picture to see him. He will come to us all in the same form. Why? Because we're of the same mind in that time. Schizophrenics, right? I've said this before. Schizophrenics all over the world are walking around with visions in their head. If you were to put all of them together, you will see that they're in the same reality. Really? Yes. And more or less, the shadow people that are talking to them are probably the same in every reality. They all have the same motherfucker talking to them. It's mass consciousness. It's where you put your mind. He's out of his mind. He literally puts himself out of his mind to have these experiences using drugs and alcohol. That's not divinely orchestrated, and you have no control over it. It's like what is it called? Anesthesia. When they put you under, you can't see. You're not in control. You're just put under. You could get in there and have nightmares and can't get out of them until somebody wakes you up. And we spoke of that in the fourth dimension yesterday when we were talking about in the Palladians. That you can get into there and they can terrorize you. That's where astral attacks happen, which typically are extremely violent. Those violent dreams that you have at night, you're in a psyche. And if you don't get out of it, you're staying there. You'll wake up afraid. You'll keep feeling afraid. Why? Because a part of you is in that realm. It didn't come back in the morning. Good, you didn't bring it out of there. Really? Yeah, you ever just wake up and you're not yourself? There's parts that you don't feel like yourself? Be careful out there. I said chaps all the time in the astral realm. Really? Yeah, I'm notorious for that bullshit. Might be the only one that does that. Let's see. Tamat. No, that's probably not how they pronounce. Let's see how it's pronounced. How does it? Tamat Herat. Tamat Herat. Nope. Temat It looks exactly like it says, but it's written real funny. Herat, I guess. Tamat Harat, I guess, the upper wing can be envisioned as a bird's wing wrapped around you, enclosed you in a warm and comforting cocoon of love. Inside the wing's protective embrace, you are cared for without fear or judgment or rejection. If you are a caregiver, this may represent you directly or possibly represents another caregiver in your life. If Tamat Harat occurs in a reading near the Deacon 20, it is an extremely positive sign for health, wellness, and healing. History. This card shows the goddess Anuket suckling the young pharaoh, Ramesses II, when his daughter, Princess Tahat, brings him additional sustenance. Anut was revered as a benevolent goddess who gave comfort and security. Her name means embracer, hence her frequent motherly description. Anuket's festival occurs during the week of the Egyptian calendar. This is when the celebration for her ability to provide fertility and wealth. Linked with the crane, the principle of the care and nurturing is also found in the pyramid text 254, which mentions two pelicans announcing the arrival of the great god. The great god ushers the West goddess, whose functions is one of protection and care. Her arrival causes evil doers to tremble with fear. She says to the deceased, "Pass by in peace. I have preserved you." As Deacon 4 and 5 and Deacon also deal with magic and impacts of plants and agriculture. Interesting. She releases shackles and bondages, giving us freedom from inactivity. So what is this? 10 days of being cared for and nurtured, being loved. That's a good thing. In God's warm embrace. And that was that card I said, blessed. We're blessed. Oh, but that's what God said, I guess. In the morning, he said, keep them in, take care of them. Okay. Whatever you say, God. Really? Yeah. As much as I want to go over there and just push it, it's not. I'm supposed to do. And I mean, I don't know what they're avoiding. Last time we did this, I kept my daughter. There was a supposed, school shooter. They caught the kid before he went to school, and he didn't have a gun. But there was all of these emails and shit that had came out that day. I don't know what's out there. I don't know. It's a shift of the energy. The first snow fell. I laughed at that. It's like, Jesus Christ. They've already shut down the highway. Hey, if you're traveling through Colorado from east to west, bro, you better make sure you got shit in your car. Because once you get in those mountains, bro, it's unpredictable, and they will shut that fucking highway down, and you will be sitting on the road, and we will be watching you on the news for hours. There's no toilets up there. Really? Yeah, you better watch yourself, and definitely take your chains. Just because it's fucking 75 degrees down here and fucking sunny, that is not what is up there. You drive 30 minutes into our mountains, you're going into Alaska, bro. We're playing around up there. For anybody that thinks, oh, I'm just going to take a trip to California, you have to drive through our state, you better be careful. You better be careful. You better be careful. And that's even going south, dude. Jesus Christ. I went through Wyoming. The wind, and that's dangerous. And New Mexico, holy shit. Their mountains are worse than ours. You better be careful. Here comes that fucking, the holiday seasons and shit. I'm just saying. Be careful out there. I don't drive through those mountains during the winter season. I didn't even drive through them through spring. My spirit told me, go the long way. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. If you're not seasoned to that type of shit, just could ruin your life. Alright, where are we at in the Krsna energy? We did some reading about Krsna last night. Sort of. We brought up the Bhagavad Gita. I don't like that story, bro. I don't like the way they tell that story. What is it? It's just a talk between two. It's between Krsna and Arjuna. So it's just annoying, to be honest. I don't know. I just don't like the story. Where are we at? What do we got? Jeez, there's a name. Deliverer of the Most Fallen. Hey, is that the light bearer you're looking for? What the hell is that name, Marshall? It's Yonda. Really? Yep, Yonda. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Yonda. Yonda, whatever. Yonda. I don't know. Nanda. I offer salutations to Nanda, the embodiment of compassion, who appeared to the topmost excuse me, I can't read. I'm seeing this vision as I was talking about the mountains. This is kind of interesting. When I spoke with Gabriel, he was a white entity on the top of a mountain. He was a white light. It's kind of a similar thing. Really? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing it, but it couldn't be our mountains. Maybe it's some kind of... They look different. All right, anyways, who appeared at the topmost renunciate in order to distribute the holy names of God to all. Blessings, love of God. I love you, God. Empathy and love for humankind. That's what I was struggling with yesterday. I have to ask Jesus all the time to help me with this. What the fuck is that word? Munificence, compassion and charity. Perfection and chanting of God's name. Well, there's a messenger of God. Empathy and love for humankind. I mean, we always need that, but for at least the next 10 days, we definitely do, and that's what I need. That's what I'm working with, this magic, you know what I mean? Fucking with this federal government. It's not one person, it's the hearts of many. We need to change the hearts of them. But in essence, we need to manipulate this a little bit, because most of them don't have a heart. They're all money motivated, so I have to, you know what I mean? We have to change the narrative. Really? Yeah, it's a big problem. So that helps, and that's where it is. All these energies are aligning. All I got to do is put out my intention with all these energies and just work on it. Really? The more energy I give, the more thought I give it, the more belief. This is going to work. It's going to work. These people are going to do this. It's going to work. They're going to extend it. It's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. It works. And the more energy that comes in to fuel it, which is what? Love, compassion, blessings. You know what I mean? All of this. We need all of this. Nurturing. We need people in these energies. Great things happen in great energies. It's like, you know, people are nicer during the holidays because there's the holiday spirit out that pushes them. Not everybody. It makes them more angry. You know what I mean? It depends on, you know, how you feel about this energy. And that's just really what it is. On Valentine's Day, people are really filled with themselves. On Valentine's Day, the rest of us are really upset with the situation. And that's just the shifting of the heart. Really? All right, Odin, son, what you got for us? We'll follow up with some tarot cards, I suppose. Odin, son. See what's going on in the 9 realms, shall we? What do we got? Vanheimer? No. Vanir? I don't know how to pronounce most of these words. They're not in the English vocabulary. I saw that. I made fun of him. Called him a wetback. What does that mean? I had to ask myself, why do you call them that? Who do they call that? Why do you call them that? Because they slick back their hair? It's like, oh, that makes sense. Where are we at? We're in Midgard still? Earth? That can't be. What's the top card? Oops, I dropped all my cards. Interesting. Midgard is reality, right? This is Earth, but look what I got on the top. Do you know who they are? Nope. Yes, you do. You just don't know them from that culture. Give me a second. Let me pick up my cards. They're all over the floor. Nobody else buys these oracles. Nobody knows this energy. Nobody fucking buys these things. It's like you can buy them, but you still wouldn't know. You wouldn't know how to read them. You wouldn't know what to do with them. Same as the fucking tarot. Alright, where'd I go to? Heimdall. I think this is magic, to be honest. Let's see. It's not the gods. I think they're in magic. Yeah, they are. Destiny. This is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. There are said to be many norns. All are born from the gods, elves, and dwarfs, but the 3 most prominent are Yurd, Verdandi, and Skuld. They live under the tree of life, Yggdrasil, in a beautiful hall near the well of fate. They visit each child at birth. This card indicates that the Norns are shaping your life, just as they shape the lives of all people. Erd represents your past. Verdandi describes what is presently coming into being. And third, Skuld represents what shall be. The Norns cast wooden lots, weave cloth, and carve symbols like the runes into wood, all fate, crafting, and activities. Drawing the Norns suggests that you need to set an intention for what you desire. It could be yours. It must come from a place of reviewing where you have been, what you want, and where you want to see yourself going. It hit me last night as I was under the dark moon. Today is the new moon. You set intentions. Where do you want your life to go? What am I calling in? My future. I'm aligning with my future, nothing else. Really? The Norns encourage you to surrender your attachment to your karma because it is woven already into your path, into the path you are on. Stay in gratitude. Everything has already been created. Merkstavi. In reverse, the Norns suggest that you are playing with or trying to control your destiny. The Norns are warning you that you can cause great harm if you misuse your power and take for granted the earth's medicine, the element of wood, fire, air, and metal. The Norns carve magical sticks to determine the fate of humankind. This card reverse suggests that you should look at your need to control, that was that Four of Pentacles, and understand that there are things in the universe much more significant than mere mortals. There's something bigger than yourself happening right now. Metatron teaches you that. And that's what I taught, that's what I was telling to Diana. She had a bee fly straight into her third eye. And I was like, don't hit it, just stay still. I was like, it's a sign. First off, you have to understand the bees, the interconnectedness of the bees. As insignificant as they are one of the most significant pieces to this puzzle. It's warning you that you have a busy week ahead of you, and it's trying to remind you that you are important. You saw that? Yeah. And it brought visions to her third eye. I was like, pay attention to your visions and your dreams. If you need a journal, I'll get one. I have extra journals. You need to start writing it down. It came in my videos today. He teaches you your importance. We are all part of a very big wheel of life. Each of us are interconnected to this. Our actions shift this wheel. It's for the bigger. We're part of something bigger. In essence, we're insignificant to the significance of what's really happening. You know what I mean? And that's like looking at you could look at a beehive, but looking at an ant farm. They're insignificant singly, but together the army of what they're doing is the significance, right? So going back to rappers, they're insignificant on their own, but when they move together in a certain sense, then they shift what music sounds like. Does that make sense? Right now, the way that music is set up, everybody's banging at their own little fucking, instrument in the room. It's like a music class, and somebody's over there playing the horn, boop, boop, boop. They haven't aligned it to make it a melody out of it, a sound. They're just trying to make their own sound and be louder than the person next to them. But when they align, when the conscious collective aligns and they all hear the same frequency, you'll see it happen again where all these rappers and pop stars and rock stars are all sending out the same message. Different frequencies, of course, which we call genres, but the same fucking message. Right now, nah, they're all cut off. Every single one of them. That's why music is all weird. They're all sending all these weird songs. None of it really aligns to anything. They're writing about old behaviors too, because there's nothing present they can write about. There's nothing in the present. Really? You'll see it. How everybody's on the same subject. So that's what it teaches you. Look to Erd to release your attachment to the past. Look to Verdande to help you in the present moment. And finally, Skuld to release your attachment to what will be. Make an offering to the Norse and ask them for guidance and help in understanding your path. I told you they're the fates. I can pull this out. It's the World card. Or no, it's I guess it's judgment. I gotta look it up. Because in my card, it looks like this. It's the word. I'll show you. It's the interconnectedness of everything. It's the fates. And we talked about that with the iron, there it is. So there they are. How everything's interconnected. And I think it says their names specifically. Let me read this. The fabric of energy. Yep, there it is. See? I am Yurd. Hey, focus, bitch. It's like my eyes trying to focus. I am Yurd. The law of the universe. See what I mean? The stories are the stories, bro. And that's why it's important to have the pagan tarot so you can understand the stories through all time. Word brings positive change. Wait a minute. I was trying to figure out what this card is like. It's about the tree of life. Brings positive sudden change in your circumstance, even if they may not seem like it at the time. You might lose your job only to find a better one. Leave a relationship to meet someone who makes you happy, for example. This is a good time to take risks, as they are likely to pay off. Chance meetings and events can favor you. Make the most of it, as things can change again. Don't take it for granted or get cocky. Change is one of the most constants in life. The word brings us to the wisdom to accept it. All things have their season, and all things pass. Word asks you to accept responsibility for your choices you have made in your circumstances they have brought you to. This can be a period of self-discovery when you begin to understand the patterns in your life. I told you that. I hit Diana with that yesterday. I said, she was listening to my video. I was like, dude, I can see it in my fucking Facebook fucking memories. I can see it in my Google memories. I can see the patterns, bro. They show up. This is what you were doing 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It's like, oh, really? I shared that story last night. Right now I'm getting, the first time I ever went into a homeless shelter happened now. I didn't realize it. It happened right before, in October. It was right before fucking Halloween. We were in a shelter in Butler County. It's the beginning. How long ago? I don't know. My kids were really tiny. I gotta look at it. I think it says something like 8, 10, 12 years. I don't know. But that's where it is. It's like, all right, we're repeating time. You start to catch these patterns. I'm doing the same thing. I spoke about that last night. If you don't watch that whole 2-hour video, which was long, at least catch the last 10 minutes. I taught you how to go through this. I still don't know what that card is. I guess we're going to have to go by the thing. Give me a second. X. What is that? Death? Is that the death card? No. I don't know. I need another tarot. Yeah, what's in these ones? That's not going to help. The Notoria is definitely not going to help in this particular context. Didn't I bring out some tarot? Hold on. Now did I put them down here? Yeah, I did. I'm like, where the fuck is the tarot? I need to find out what that card is. Why? Because I don't know them like that. I'm going to teach them. I'm going to teach them Roman numerals. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I should have known that. Really? Well, as the wheel turns, that's what we're doing. We're turning. Obviously, that's the whole point of a 10-day energy. We're shifting into new energy. Really? Mm-hmm. Well, love, compassion. It sounds like a good time to be alive. I mean, they're trying to shift us into the divine feminine awakening. It starts with good stuff. It usually does. So you have to start facing the bad stuff. Really? Mm-hmm. That's where it is you got to just go with it. The Wheel of Fortune, it's a good time to take risks. Well, in essence, it's not a risk. It's just you doing something you never did before. It seems risky in your mind. It'll pay off. Why? You learn a lesson. Pretty much. That's how it always works. Let me shuffle these cards. So the Tower and the Lover's card. Don't look. They're kind of stale. I feel like they're stuck together. They're a little stale. So yeah, what am I going to do? I'm going to, obviously, I don't know. I'm going to chill for a little bit until the kids comfortably wake up at a good hour. I'm going to take them over to the optometrist, and I actually needed to go ahead and do dentist appointments too, get them set up for that shit. Really? Yeah, it's kind of in the same vicinity. And I don't know. I really don't. On Mondays, God doesn't want me to do much but reflect. I feel a job. I feel like I need to plant a seed today for a job. I didn't finish that Target application. I had to redo it, so maybe I'll do that today. Really? Yeah. What do we got? Chariot. Get going. Underneath the chariot. Ace of coins. What's our final outcome? Oh, shut. Fair enough. I turn straight to the chariot. The chariot is a balance of duality here. I could read you the whole story, but it's not. It's about balancing the dark and the light. They are contrary beasts, but you must pull them in a single direction to do this. I have to balance the intellect and emotion, the body and the spirit, so that it'll work in harmony. Is what this story is. And that's really what it is. It's like, my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me go. And that's where you have to come into balance. You have to come into alignment for as long as it takes. Are you trying to fight your mind, or is your mind fighting you? That's what that means. You're not in alignment, dude. There's a part, you know what I mean? Logically speaking, you think that you should do this, but your heart's telling you to do something else. You need to spend more time and get aligned with that so that you can take action. How long are you going to sit and think about this? In essence, the longer you think about it, the longer you're giving into your mind. Your mind is in control right now. You can't just act in the name of love. Your mind is stopping you. I know all about that. As a twin flame, that's what happens to me. It's like, I want to go be nice to you, but then my ego flares up. That was a bad ego flare last night. Wasn't it, though? God. My ego hates you, bro. It doesn't matter how compassionate or loving or, you know what I mean? That's really what it is. It's like the difference between my mind and my heart are huge. Huge. Getting my mind to do what my heart says, whoosh. My heart knows that you ain't shit and this isn't even worth it. But as soon as my mind sees you, dude, it goes straight to war with you. It wants to go to war with you. It's not me. It's the mind. It's like, oh, you want to, And that's where it is. It's like, we are dangerous. You are danger for me. Stay away from me. You trigger my masculine, my distorted masculine energy where I take action on this shit. You make me want to take, run at you. Really? Is it you? I mean, no. It's people like you. That's what you don't get. It's not a particular person. He has all the qualities of a fucking douchebag. Every quality of a douchebag. Every douchebag you ever met, he keeps them all right there in his little smile. And once he opens his mouth, dude, I want to run at this douchebag. Really? You remind me of my Jeep that I crashed in the street. Just kidding. Like, seriously? Yeah, bro. You remind me of some awful shit, bro. You act in that awfulness, bro. It's like, no, I'm first off, let's start with the fact that when this is all done, I'll heal it. But ultimately, yeah, you're not out of the wood here. You're not out of the woods here. It was your actions that made me realize what type of people will get under my skin. Now, when it's done and I'm healed and people like you don't get under my skin, that's cool, but it doesn't change the fact that you're a type of person that people don't like. That's that shit we don't like. Really? Yes. You have very unlikable qualities, which is nothing more than your toxic masculinity. So when you step into that fucking energy, I match the shit out of it. You can't be more toxic than me. I'm the fumes of toxicity. And we kind of put that shit out. With what? Water. Otherwise you're going to get a chemical burn around this bitch. Alright, moving on. The Chariot card represents the vehicle you drive through this mortal life. The reins are in your hands. Only you can decide where to go. It's your life. But most of you don't see it that way. You have to do what's right by everybody. You don't get to make decisions, bro. You don't get to decide what's for dinner. You don't get to decide when's bedtime. You don't get to decide nothing, bro. Not even down to the clothes you wear. You gotta wear what they say. Really? You have the free will to follow the path and be happy, or carry off it and crash, or sit where you are and complain that life is passing you by. Pretty much. You have a choice to call into work today. If you wanted to, you could. Without lying, you could. But that would cause for a lot of bravery, self-discipline, and self-love. To just say, I'm not going to participate today. You don't have that ability. Most of you don't have that power to say no to the outside world any given day. Not to your children, not to your spouses, not to your partners, not to your families, not to your commitments, not to your whatever it is. You put all things above yourself. Whoosh. Your success or failure is determined by the choices you make. And only when you accept this will you have the strength to overcome the obstacles you face in your journey. The horses of the chariot symbolize duality, two opposites standing side by side but balanced and pulling in one direction. And that's it. For 3 years, my mind said no to Bobby. Absolutely fucking not. For 3 years. 2 weekends ago, I got it to align where it had nothing to say. All right, we'll do this. We're going to do this? We're going to do this. You don't got nothing to say about this? No. Have fun. It took forever. And I was waiting for it. My mind's going to pop off and this ain't going to happen. Nope. That was the most amazing part. My mind aligned with what my heart wanted to do. It finally gave in and allowed me to be free. It is a long journey to make your mind do what you want it to do. You don't want to fight it, so you just do what that motherfucker tells you all day. It's not worth the fight. And I've had those battles too. I'm not fighting the mind on this one. It says he's a douchebag. I agree. I'm not fighting it. That's why I took it to God. God, I'm not fighting the mind on this one. The mind wins. Can you prove to me he's not a douchebag? Okay, then he's a douchebag and the mind wins. Some of them, I'm not giving in to this. I don't care. It's not worth it. I don't want it bad enough. I'll let my mind think that you're gay. It works for me. You think I'm gay? I think that after what I saw last week, I think a lot of you, I have a lot of questions and concerns of the fact that you're watching men ejaculate. That's a gay act. That's a gay act. I think a lot of you are, and you didn't know it. To be honest. You want to change my mind? Let me see how excited you get when you watch a man ejaculate. Does that make you want to come? Okay, then you're gay. You represent... Sorry. There's so many of you. She thinks I'm gay because I watch porn. I mean, doesn't everybody? I'm sorry, does anybody think that straight men that sit in the bed, sit around masturbating, watching porn aren't gay? Are we talking about, having sex with other men kind of gay or just gay? They're just gay. That's some gay shit. That's what we say about that. That's some Pee Wee Herman shit. That's some teenage shit, bro. Yuck. And then you go buy a doll. That's how pathetic you guys are, bro. You won't put yourself out there to love a human being. Instead, you want a plastic one. Like what? Like Jonica? You purposely... come on, guys. And that goes back to each of us women that are fucking deadbeats. You're fucking deadbeats. These bitches is deadbeats. You're beating the sheets with these dead bitches. That's my favorite noise. I'm gonna walk around doing that on bus stops and walking through the fucking store. I'm such a kid. God's gonna be like, stop making that noise. When people are talking. Standing in line, waiting to pay for gas. You do shit like this? I don't give a fuck. Yes, I do. I go out and have a whole fucking bunch of fun. These people don't like me anyways. Do you think I give a fuck? They don't know me. I don't give a fuck. Come in and make a joke out of you. No, I'm going back to laughing about my life. You walk around making that noise? Sure, why not? You guys walk around talking shit under your breath all day. At least mine sounds good. I'm gonna walk around saying that all day. That's my new answer. What do you think? What does that mean? I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like. What's your response? Final answer. If you ask me a question. What are you doing? That's my answer. What is that? What is it? It's the sound of the bed. I'm going to try that on today. Really? Watch how many times I can say this throughout a day. I'm going to walk through Target. Why? Because it's funny. Why can't I just have fun? I'm not hurting nobody. I'm going to walk in and I'll hear it and start saying it out loud. Puck, get him. Eat-er. Oh, God. Anyways, what am I doing? I don't know. My mind's telling me to get a job. Well, God's telling me he's got one. We're in alignment here. All right, your success or your failure is determined by you because you need to get up and do something with your life. They represent each of us and the inner conflict opposing that pulls you one way and another without you being aware of why you don't feel in control of your own fate. The chair, hey, you want to just, take the day off and go play Eater with me? That was so funny. I felt like I was inviting you into my bed. You want to take the day off and come play Eater with me? That's how well I flirt. Where'd that come from? My boys? There's little girls in there. Oh, we had Blowjob Betty last night. That was funny. Did you guys see that? I shared it in my community page. I was laughing at like 2 o'clock in the morning. She says, it was just a clip from one of these shows. She's all, I don't believe that sperm can't live outside of the body. I'm like, what, Betty? She goes on to talk about how her friend's husband went to war and yet she got pregnant 5 months later. Was she harvesting it? I just started laughing about it. Oh, God. Betty White was so full of dirty jokes. She was the best about it. It's like, these are the golden girls right here. Eater. No, I don't got no fucking feminine energies to hang out with me. I mean, they're kind of hoish. Where's... We've got her or Mother Cabrini. One with the legs open and one with the legs sealed. It's very polarizing around here. The Polar Express is what I heard. My choices are to go all out or not at all. Why is everything so extreme? Because I am Lilith. I am the extreme, bro. I calm that shit with some Jesus shit, but that's his energy. Mine's out here. Eater. I'll ride the bus. Get on the bus and sit behind someone. Eater. What if I just sat next to you doing that all day? You're annoying, bitch. I guess. It's the energy. As long as I'm having fun, right? The charioteer is constantly balancing them to drive them forward according to his will. That's it. Come on. Break the window. I can't do it. Break the window. Can't do it. Break the window. All right, you break the window because I can't do it. Oh my God, they broke our window. We said they were going to do it. Stop freaking out. I hate my childlike mind. It gets on my nerves all the time. Really? Yeah, I spent 3 years with this damn thing. I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this damn thing. A whole soul stuck programming this childlike mind from all the things it's seen. I know you saw that, but come on, see it differently, damn it. Take a look at who you are, what you believe, and where you're going. Where are you going with all of this? Harness your will and awareness so that you can move forward consciously, instead of repeating the same unthinking patterns. Be sure you know what you really want, though you may be forcing your way along the wrong path. I know, right? God said to get married, and I had no idea what that really was going to entail. I definitely didn't think I was going to end up as somebody's stepmother. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see any of this. I wasn't paying attention to what he was really asking. I just didn't want to do it in general. And he's like, all right, I'm going to do it. Wait a minute. What are the details of this? You want me to do all of this? I thought I was just going to play with his balls or something. That was such a dirty answer. You dirty hoe. Okay, you want me to be a Mother Cabrini? Or what? Or what? What do you want me to do here? What am I supposed to do with this guy? What do I do after we make the baby? Seriously? Yeah, it's going to be a fun adventure. I'm going to be over there. I'm going to leave voice messages at your work. You're not ready for me. You can't. Total fucking no. And no. I don't know who Joseph is, but he's going to have one hell of a sense of humor. He's going to make this harder. He might tell the joke that makes me die. I think it'll be us laughing at Russ, to be honest. I really feel like that's the answer. You are the death of me. I'll laugh at you till the end day I die. Alright. The Chariot is an ultimate card of action. You can overcome all difficulties as long as you keep moving forward. Be sure you know what it is you really want. I don't know what I want. I want God to be... I want to get this job done. You're just a job. Really? Yeah, he says it's gonna make me happy to do you. I'm such a face. Ear. This is what God told me to stay in today. You're funny. On some days, yeah, I guess. Alright, reverse meaning. You're overwhelmed by obstacles and problems and you feel that you have no control over your life. Oh, God. Who are you? Do you need to send an email? Let me tell you how to take back your life. I'm Lilith. I will teach you how to do such things. You're wasting your energy and anger railing against fate. Ooh, you're trying to go against the fates, huh? Life and other people. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? You want your life to look a certain way. Why? I don't know, because you just think that that's the way life is supposed to be. That's just the way it is. No, it's not. I'm here to teach you another way, bro. A billion other different ways. Alright, do you want to spend a lifetime in prison or you want to run away to Mexico and eat tacos? Learn Spanish. You do have a choice. It's totally a choice. Not a choice that normal human, not a logical choice, but it's a choice. Really? Yeah. But if you make this choice, there's no going back. That's just life. And you could probably go somewhere better than Mexico. I don't know. Depends. I would go there because, one, they like Americans. Two, the food is great and everything is cheap. Really? Yeah. Viva la Mexico. Canada's not going to let you in. I don't know how they are over there, and they will run your name eventually. They'll find out that you're there, and they'll want to know why you're there. So, you know, at least in Mexico, they don't really care. Well, it's an American. They have money. They totally judge based on the skin tone. They think that you're, like, worth some shit. You could be a worthless piece of shit down there, and they still think you're worth something. How do you think Wolfman gets away with all this celebrity status in these third world countries? Dude, with $10, bro, he can have a hotel room and a dinner and a girl. Really? Mm-hmm. I'll show you the ways. But then again, you know, getting a job down there won't be good, so you need to find a way to, you know, you might need an OnlyFans. This is all what I told Taz. Taz was facing years in jail. I was like, oh, you could run away to Mexico, get you a puppy. She's like, girl, you're fucking crazy. No, I'm not. It's an actual fucking option. It's just not something you've considered. It's not considered. Fine, then go to jail and quit talking to me about this. Go find you a girlfriend in jail. I was trying to find you a boyfriend in Mexico. Really? I mean, I was just trying to come up with some ideas. I didn't think she'd go for it, but if she did, I told her I'd drive her there myself. She said, no, I'm not harboring a fugitive. This would be before she got sentenced. I didn't do it before. She wasn't sentenced. She wasn't sentenced to jail time. We do it before she gets a sentence. I have nothing to do with it. We took a vacation. I know the justice system quite well. Moving on. What are we doing? Ace of Coins. We're supposed to be manifesting new shit. What are we manifesting? I don't fucking know. Whatever God says, put your mind to it. I don't really manifest shit. God tells me what to keep my mind on. Otherwise, my mind gets out of control. Didn't I tell you? The fucking thing is annoying. It thinks up all the stupidest shit. Like that. Running away to Mexico and finding a puppy to eat tacos. Why? Because it was the best thing that happened to me at 15 years old. I turned to the lover's card. Oh, God. It's funny, isn't it, though? Do you know what cotija cheese is? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being an idiot. I'm supposed to be in the Pinnacles. Queen of Cups? No, Pinnacles. Which is the very next card after the King of Cups. We pulled the King of Cups yesterday. And then it was actually Daddy Yankee. Wasn't that weird? That was so weird. He really is a fucking water sign. I didn't know you were older than me. Do I have to call you Daddy? You were like the 7th Ramon that I've ever met. Why are all Latinos named Ramon? Really? Yeah, Ramon. They all are. I'm telling you. There's like at least 5 of them in my ex-husband's family. Really? Yeah? Yeah, there was the father, there was Uncle Chewy, and then his son, and then this cousin, and they're all called Ramon. Anyways, I didn't know that was your name, Daddy Yankee. Really? Yeah, I catch last night. I was like, and then the 7 of Wands came up. I was like, I don't know who's going through a divorce. Get over it. And then here he comes. I was like, hey, are you single yet? 50-year-old Daddy Yankee. He does not look 50 years old. Does he? Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. He don't even really look 30, bro. That's a good-looking man right there. It's because he smiles. He serves Christ and shit. He looks really good for his age, don't you think? 49? Look at Kanye. God. You're not aging well. Alright, let's see. The Ace of Pentacles is a very fortunate card that represents a burst of energy in the material world. It's in all the cards. They're going to bless me. Be blessed. I am blessed and highly favored. This card can be the return of health and vitality after an illness, or show that any health concerns you presently have are unfounded. Hey, Jesus, that's how you know she's sick, bro. She would have got tired of listening to me and went and danced if she felt good. She literally, every time I've come in, she's on the floor fucking vomiting. Well, trying to. That's a terrible feeling. I asked her, too. I was like, what did you eat? She didn't really eat much yesterday, so she just had a bug. I don't know. Financially, you may make good investments or be a recipient of inheritance or windfall. That's cool. What am I going to do with it? That's what I mean. It's like, what do I need money for? That's why God doesn't give it to me, because I don't need it. I mean, I don't know. If he gives me money, I'm not going to go spend it. It's for something. That's why he would give it to me. It's for something. What do I need? Well, I don't know. I mean, you could sit there and say I need a house and a car and a life, but is that what he's going to give me in an investment and an inheritance? This could be back to, the thing with the Salvation Army. Really? Yeah, I haven't figured out how to word this properly. But all of the staff, and they told me again, this security, she's like, they said that he's done stuff like this before. I was like, I know, that's where the case is. They knew that he was a predator. They knew he was a predator. Salvation Army put a predator in the homeless shelter, as an employee overnight in the homeless shelter, who came on to us, who was trying to give us drugs and alcohol, and who tried to have, tried to sexually, in essence, I can't figure this out yet, I haven't looked through the terms of it, but that is a form of sexual assault, or, a sexual act. That's what it was. Regardless, bro, you cannot do that, bro. You can't get away with masturbating at work to your coworkers or to the employees. And that's what it is, bro. And in the sake of children. And it's like, and I don't even know if they've pressed charges. I have to get his name. I have to sit down and I have to press charges for this whole incident in order to proceed with, my civil case lawyer. But all of this, yeah, it's going to be big. I just don't know how to say it. It's like, we're seeking remuneration for the pain and suffering that this traumatic event caused us. You know what I mean? Both of us are triggered to where we don't come out at night anymore. We were uncomfortable to walk through the building. We're unsure of the staff that you have that are currently, you know what I mean? Realistically, and he did something else before this. He had already been written up for something else. The whole staff knows it, and they won't tell me. They're not allowed to, because they're protecting the Salvation Army at this point. Alright, we're going to find out in Discovery. We're going to discover this zone. Alternatively, you might get a new job with good prospects. I told you there's a job coming. Paychecks are coming. Really? Yeah, I just got to put my seed, which I think is just over here to Target. Really? Yeah, they have a position. It's a 4 a.m. stalking position. I wake up at 3 a.m. anyways. I'd be done by the middle of the day. And then if I could work it out perfectly to catch a lunch break right when I take the kids to school, bam. But I forgot about that. I'm about to pull my son out of school, so I don't have to worry about that perspective of having to drop him off. And then realistically, she can, I just don't make her, ride the city bus like the rest of the high schoolers. There's like 40 of them in the morning that we drive right by. This one the other morning had me laughing so hard. He had a full-on mustache, bro. I was laughing so hard. This kid had a full-on mustache. I was like, damn, that's a real-ass mustache, little boy. Really? Yep, I called him the stash. Really? Yeah, I just drove by. I'd be laughing and shit. The world makes me laugh about some shit. Alternatively, you might find a new job. Yeah. If you're already involved in a business, it will begin to pay off. Well, yeah. You're gonna have to start paying me for this shit. What is it? What do I want from this? I just want people to get better, bro. You get better, you'll spread better energy and towns and people, and fucking the world will be a better place. I don't need money from you. When people come to me, and they do often, how much do you cost? How much will you charge? I don't charge. I can take a donation if you'd like, but I just, I do this. I'm a priestess. I do this to help people, bro. You know what I mean? Where's the money going to come from? The documentaries and interviews and shit like that. Really? Yeah. But all of that, nah, bro. It doesn't cost you anything to heal around here. My time to sit with you, to fucking help get in your head and make you feel better and think better about some shit don't cost you shit. Your pride. Put your fucking pride down and come sit with me so I can help you. What's my payment? You become a better person, and then there's people like me that I can get along with. I can't get along with people that are shit people. Until people become better, I don't have a friend in this world. I've got Morgan, and she's she's on the way to bettering herself. She's not a good person. She's not a great person. She's on the way to becoming a great person. She's every day bettering herself where she gets better, you know what I mean? But, that's it. I know one other person that's just, all they think about is how can I be a better person today? I just want to be a good mom. I just want to be a good woman. I just want to be better than I was. That's her only focus, bro. She doesn't know what that means. She just knows that I've got to get better at life. And that doesn't mean she's going out trying to better her career or better her, she's sitting at home with that thought, trying to be a better mother, trying to be, better at cleaning, trying to be a better friend, just, wherever she can find a chance to be a good person. She's working on that all the time by herself. And that's what, this is about, is you're just sitting around trying to better yourself, bro. Make better choices. Be a better person. And that's where it is. It's like, I knew damn well that I was not in a, I was being super negative, but I had to let the negativity out to see, first off, where are my weaknesses? What things am I still, tempted to do? I'm still tempted to hit you below the belt with my words when you annoy me. Obviously that's, stuff like that. And that's where it is like, okay, well, I can see where I can be better. But in that time, where do I go? Jesus, I need your help. I'm getting out of control. I need your help. Please, Jesus, teach me how to be kind. I'm losing the kindness with these people. I can't be kind to these people. I'm losing it. That's what it is help me be better. So that's where it is. It's like, I don't charge for what I do. I put my Cash App in there all the time because I was always guided to since the beginning. Nobody has ever made a donation through there. Ever? Never. It's just there. For if your heart chooses, you know what I mean? I don't beg. I don't say, subscribe, like, share, tell your friends all of my information. I do personal readings. I don't know. I'm a servant of God, and I don't pass out a plate. That's what that means. Don't get carried away with your good fortune, but take care to put away funds for a rainy day. And that's it too, is, you know what I mean? They've been saying that is pay attention. Be mindful. Be mindful of what's happening right now. All of us need to be mindful, and that's where I am. I feel it. I'm not in a scarcity mindset. I'm in a mindful mindset where I'm being mindful about what we're doing. They told me to. Why? Because somebody might need help along the way. It's not that I'll run out, but somebody else might need help along the way. The Ace of Pentacles can also indicate a new or existing relationship will prove to be stable and mutually supportive. I heard this video last night. I almost wanted to share it, but it was so fluffer. It was like one of those videos that made you feel so excited and so good. I was like, this is a little bit too much. He was talking about, it was that guy, maybe I'll share it this morning. He was talking about there's a person that's coming in and they know, they are certain that they are exactly what you need in your life. And it's funny because he says it too. It's like mostly we always say that they're certain that you're what they want. But they're certain that they are what you want. It's like, that sounds good. The reverse Ace of Pentacles suggests material difficulties which leave you stressed out and worried. Perhaps you haven't been able to get backing for a project. You've lost your job or find that money is going out, there's more money going out than coming in. Or just that money seems to be slipping through your fingers. The card also warns about bad investments, so check all your facts and scrutinize contracts before signing anything. Money issues can cause difficulties in a relationship. The lack of funds may lead to arguments, or perhaps one partner feels as though they are carrying the other. We talked about that in the Buddhist book. They were like the thief. You expect him to pay for your lifestyle. Is that same expectancy put on you? What, do you meet his expectations? And it's just not fair. I go back to Bobby. It's not fair what he's got set up right now, bro. It's so not fair. He set it up like that, and when he was trying to groom me, he was trying to set me up like that. You know what I mean? Just stay at home and I'll take care of all the bills. No. That gives me no, not necessarily no power, but it gives me no, you know, I'm not part of this. And at the same time, no, bitch, you stay at home with the kids this weekend. I'm going out. Not with the girls, but I need to get out of the home too. As much as you don't want to sit in the home, I don't want to sit in the home. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, it's like, fuck. And that's where you get to these places where you can't leave them because they're fucking financially dependent on you. You can't take a day off because they'll know. They're watching your money. They literally have your credit card on their fucking phones. I'll tell you what, bro. I don't believe he spends any money on himself. Seriously, I don't believe so, bro. I don't think he's out of town, you know, going to the stores and hooking up his hotel rooms with fucking food and all of this. I don't think he is. He puts it in there to make sure that the kids and his wife are fed and shit like that. And takes whatever's left over, I'm sure. It's not cool, bro. There was nothing wrong with her. How many years has this been? When you met her, you guys both worked at 420 tours. So she did have a job. So then when you got your son, that was her act of not working, but you only had him 4 days out of the week. So she just sat around not working all these years? You didn't have your other son until way later. She wasn't asked to be a stay-at-home mom until way later. That's an excuse, bro. An absolute excuse. And realistically, it's raunch. You should have been at home with your son, not her. That's where all of this is created. I don't want to be this to some man. I don't want to be a drag on him and him fully fucking responsible for all of my needs. And that's why it's so important. He sees right now, you're not. God takes care of me. This isn't on you. You can add to it, but I'm not leaning on you like that. You're not going to take over God's job in my life. You're not going to say, God, all right, I got her. I'm going to take care of her forever. God's saying, no, I'm going to make sure that you take good care of her. You're going to need to take good care of this one. I'm going to help you take care of this one. Meaning you can't take care of me. Not in that way. A good man is supposed to provide, protect, and, you know, and love. It's not fair to anyone. And I know this because I was in these relationships. I was the sugar mama. I carried these motherfuckers with no fucking jobs. Down to my brother, bro. I'd move him into my house and I paid all the bills and he just, I asked him to watch the kids. Couldn't even do that. You know what I mean? When he did start making money, I wasn't charging him. I was screaming at him to send it to his kids. For real? For real. He didn't pay me no fucking rent. Nothing. Whatever. Health-wise, you are feeling run down and maybe struggling from an illness. Take care of your body. Alright, this ends in a not so good. Not so good? Not so good. It ends in your willpower. And it's going to be a fight. A fight? A fight. Where's the will? You have the will to live. Pentacles, cups. Where's the wands? 7 of wands. 6, 5. Things are going to get rough, and it may seem as though everyone and everything is against you. Welcome to the awakening. Perhaps everyone is trying to get their viewpoint across and no one's listening to anyone else. Competition can be stressful and spur people into great things, but do not use the negative energy of the wands for quarreling. Use its positive power to stay fast to your resolve. The conflict in this card can be an inner one. You feel as though people are making so many demands on your time and energy that you can't cope, that your head is fighting your heart, or that you are called to do something you consider unethical. A lot of what my heart says to do is unethical. It's unlogical. It's not logical. My heart's telling me to go against my logical way of being. The 5 of Wands can also indicate that you are in danger of becoming carried away in following a dream and not noticing what is actually going on around you. Reality is about to intrude. You are being rather selfish and things are starting to fall apart, even if you haven't noticed it yet. Unless you start paying attention, you will lose what you have, including those you love. Spiritually, this card indicates that you're ungrounded, getting carried away in a self-centered fashion with ideas and visions. You're ignoring mundane manners that need to be dealt with and people who need you. This is a serious lack of balance and not real spiritual progress. Reverse meaning on page 55. You seem to be angry with the world in general, provoking unnecessary arguments, making cutting remarks, and indulging in compulsive and unnecessary competition with others. That could have been me last night. It was an unnecessary argument. And I made cutting remarks. You are hurting inside and trying to hurt others in turn. This is not going to heal your pain or make you any friends. This is a witch's wound. You must confront the real reason for your anger and take steps to deal with it. This is a witch's wound that we're dealing with me and Wolfman. It's an honor. It's about honor. For all of time, mankind has disrespected the witch and her power and her ability. And here comes another kind of man that wants to do the same thing, and in essence, assert himself as more powerful than the witch. It's a trigger, and that's it. And that's where it goes back. It's like I fight, I defend my honor, but there's no defense here, for you have no honor. There's no fight here. It's just a trigger. What did you say about, what did you say? And that's where it is. It's like, I'm not going to do this every time somebody tries to argue, occult spirituality with me, or tries to, even start a conversation. There's nothing to talk about. Go read another book. But that's what it is that's why I went after him. It's an old wound. It's an old wound from a different time. And there's always going to be people like him. There's always going to be some stupid fucking human that's going to try to tell me what they know, the information of their mind. I'm sorry, does your heart have a language? I'm not talking to mindless people today. As you heard through this video, and I talked about the difference between my mind and my heart, you can understand why I don't deal with people. You're mindless. Everything that comes out of your mouth is out of your mind. You're not speaking from the heart, so I can't make a connection with you. Really? Yeah. The heart is true. It's unfiltered. It doesn't do logical things. It doesn't work in the perimeters of limits. It doesn't act accordingly. It acts freely. boldly, untamed. Right? So that's what that's about. And again, I can show you all the time he's a liar, but I'm not going to spend the rest of my life pointing out the liars. I'm going to point out the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and they will know the truth and see that you are a lie. I don't have to point out how much of a liar you are. You do that on your own. You do that on your own. Okay? And, you know, fact check. Fact check. I almost said fact check. Fact check these guys. And that's all I have to say about that. You know what I mean? That's really what it goes down to, is I don't need to, but I did give into it. I'm always quick to fight. I'm always ready to fight. Always quick to pull my sword out and say some cutting words. I don't care. And that's what it is. Did those words hurt enough? Now he's just sitting around angry. So, and go do another love reading. Go find you another girl to take that out on. Go take that out on somebody. Go handle that anger the best way you can. Do I sound angry? No, I was a bit bothered. But it's just ignorance. And that's where it is you have these stupid fucking people trying to tell you something that they don't know nothing about. Trying to make themselves, you know, and that's what I deal with a lot here. I really do. All these fucking pathetic ass people that swear they know anything about God or the spirit realm. That's all of you. None of you know God. None of you speak to God in your quiet space. You don't know God, bro. And then the 80% of you that, you know, that supposedly are religious don't know Jesus. You don't know what he stood for. You don't know his energy. You don't know anything. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. They have no knowing. That's what I'm here to do, is teach you what you don't know. Don't tell me what you think you know. Oh, I had an idea. Save it. Save it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck about your stupid ideas. I don't care what your mind comes up with. I'll help you work through it, only so I could possibly meet the person that's in the heart. But until then, how did you become so heartless? I don't know. It's an awakening. Always is. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Think about what you want your life to look like next year. Now, scratch that and sit around and let God show you a better vision of what your life should look like. There's your vision of what you want your life to look like, and then there's God's vision. They're far from each other. Why? Because your mind doesn't align with what your heart is. This you think will make you happy. Your heart knows what will make you happy. Really? Yup. So that's where we're at. Make sure once you get the vision, you speak on the vision. You start talking about it. And you start taking actions. Don't be that bastard that just talks a lot. That talks about what they're going to do but never does. It takes willpower. It takes, you have to move towards it. You have to take actionable steps to make things happen. Not too much, but you have to work towards it. It won't just happen because you said it and you believed it. You have to open the doors to receive it. Really? Yeah. Master manifestations for those that cannot. You can't do any of this, bro. It's all in the mind. Somebody with an ego that has no control over their mind and emotions can't do any of this. You can't access the God. You can't access any gods logically. Because even the mind will tell you you're imagining. It's not real. You can't access the unseen through your mind because your mind doesn't believe it. Do you understand me? So you have to get past your mind to access the divine. It's not there in the logical viewing. And even when it's happening, when you're seeing an apparition, a spirit, or you're getting a message, your mind doesn't understand it. You know what I mean? Like when I get downloads, it just feels it. It doesn't know what's happening. I do. I tell it what's happening. You know what I mean? We're getting downloads. What is happening to me right now? And that's what I got to tell my body all the time. My mind doesn't know what's going on with my body. Don't worry about it. We're just having alchemical. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And that's what I do all day. It's fucking annoying. All day I fucking sit there and nurture and care for my mind. And that's what you guys have to do. It's not about controlling it. You can't control it. You can only soothe it. Calm it. Can you change your mind? Yes. Control it? No. We redirect it. It's full of ideas. You give it better ideas. You know, that's the willpower. You have to, you know, the chariot. You got to get a handle on this thing. And that's what I started with. My mind, my thoughts, my personality, the way I thought, and how it made me feel about everything. I had to start one at a time. Listen to myself. What is wrong with you? Why am I so pissed off? You'll hear me. That's what I started the tarot read. Why do I hate him so much? You'll never see a tarot reader ask that question. Why do I hate him so much? What did I get? The Four of Pentacles? Because you're a control freak? Because he's a control freak? Because everybody wants to be in control? Really? Yeah? And then you just start asking yourself questions. And you start listening to yourself. Quiet. Say it out loud and listen to your heart. Listen to your mind. Come up with all these answers. Listen to yourself. Get to know yourself. There's you, your mind, full of, you know, logic. And then there's you, your heart, your feelings. They're very different. And then there's you, your body. The body is a whole different thing. It's like, what's up with my body today? You know what I mean? The mind's like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with my body today. I fed it yesterday. I gave it a glass of water and a Tylenol. I don't know why it's acting funny today. Then your spirit's like, oh man, I gotta take care of myself. We gotta take care of ourselves today. And that's where it is. It's like it's a constant family structure that you're doing inside. Really? Good luck, guys. I'm here to help you with that battle. The ascension is a 22 centimeter descent that can take you lifetime after lifetime of a lifetime. From your brain to your heart. 22 centimeters. From moving from your thoughts to your feelings. That's where I live. Right there in the throat chakra. I speak from what happens in between the two worlds. Really? As I witness the 3D world. But that's where it is you've got to make that descent into your heart. Start learning the different language and start following the heart and talking down the mind. Really? Otherwise, you're mindless. Your mind is in control, and your heart, your feelings do not matter. Does that sound healthy to you? This is the definition of a sociopath or a fucking narcissist. Someone that is emotionally cut off. That's you. How can you have a life without having emotions? Well, I know you don't want to face the hard ones, but if we face those, you could feel good. You'd rather not feel anything because you got to deal with the pain. We all got to deal with it. You holding on to it is going to turn into cancer somewhere in your body. Trying to hide these pains and sufferings in your body, it's going to kill your body. Just let it out your mouth and your mind, have a cry, and now you release it. You're just holding a memory, bro. You're holding it till it kills you. It's a memory. It already happened. Let's talk about it. I can help you to see it different, and I can help you to have some peace on this. I know you only see it through how much it hurts. Tell me you're hurt, but let me tell you the bigger picture so that you can put this hurt to rest. You understand? Hi, Priestess Phoenix, the number 6@gmail, if you're ready to make that jumpy jump. And no, I do not charge. I'd like to set you free so that you could help somebody else and everybody could be free and not walking around with shitty attitudes all the time. Really? That's all that wouldn't happen. Then we could walk through the store. I need an idiot out there like me. We could be on the other side of the stores, acting like we're calling each other. It's our bird call. And then you listen. I hear them. People are like, what are they doing? It's our secret call. I heard rocking the sheets. Hey, I love you guys. Laters. Bye.